Morning, children. So I am Miss Deepika Pardesi, your new E.V.S teacher. So I will be teaching you E.V.S this year, and you might did you have seen me in the school? Yes, you might have seen me in the school with those tiny toddlers because I used to take pre-primary. So this year I will be teaching you E.V.S. So what do you mean by the subject E.V.S? Can you answer that? So E.V.S means all the things you see in your surroundings. The nature is so beautiful. Okay, the nature is so beautiful, and all the things you see in your surroundings come under the E.V.S section. So earlier we have completed two chapters. The first one was based on family, and the second one was based on physically challenged person. And now today we will start with our third chapter. Yes, we have done in the earlier class third chapter half portion. So we will be continuing the next portion in this class. So your your third chapter consists of food we eat. As soon as I said the food, you get in a mind something that you can eat. Okay, so some of you are thinking about vegetables, some of you was thinking about fat foods or fried foods, or some of you must thinking about some nutritious food. आपके ध्यान में, किसी के ध्यान में कुछ अच्छी चीज़ खाने की आई होगी एज सुन एज मैंने फूड बोला. किसी के ध्यान में आया होगा कि हम कुछ बाहर का खाते हैं लाइक समोसास एंड ऑल. किसी के ध्यान में आया होगा वेजिटेबल, सब्जी वगैरह. किसी के ध्यान में आया होगा फ्रूट्स. सो दिस चैप्टर इज टोटली बेस्ड ऑन food and methods used for cooking food, and what are the vessels you used for cooking food, and from where you get the food. So first thing, in the last class we have covered the first topic, that is about nutrients. From where we get the nutrients? We get nutrients from the food we eat. So there are 5 substances which from where we get the nutrients. The first one is proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals. So what is the first? Protein. Just repeat after me. Protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals. So from these 5 things, you get the nutrients. Okay, so from where do we get the proteins? We get proteins from egg, milk and pulses. If we eat egg, milk and pulses, we get protein help us to grow our body. वो हमारी body को बढ़ाने में help करते हैं. Then comes the carbohydrate. This give us energy to work and play. Whatever the work we are doing, whatever if we are playing, so we get energy from carbohydrates. So carbohydrates gives us energy. So we get carbohydrate if we eat rice, if we eat wheat, and if we eat banana. So we will get carbohydrates. Okay, then come the fats gives us energy to do work. Okay, when we are working, so we are getting fat. So when we so what are the things which we get fat from? We get fat from if oil, ghee and butter. These 3 things we get fat from. Okay, so what is a balanced diet? You all know that a balanced diet is a diet that contain all the nutrients. The particular diet that contain protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals, and that is known as balanced diet. Okay, so the next this is known as balanced diet. So to keep ourselves healthy, so we should eat balanced diet. It should have all इन प्रॉपर क्वांटिटी. ऐसा नहीं कि कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स ज़्यादा है, फैट्स कम है, प्रोटीन्स ज़्यादा है और न्यूट्रिएंट्स कम है. इट ऑल शुड बी इन प्रॉपर क्वांटिटी. जितने भी सब्सटेंसेस हैं वो प्रॉपर क्वांटिटी में होना चाहिए. सो इट इज़ नोन एज बैलेंस डाइट. दैट डाइट इज़ नोन एज बैलेंस डाइट. So here we come to our next topic, sources of food. So in our today's class, I will be sharing a small picture video. You have to watch it carefully. In that, I have given you the sources of food. From where do you get that food? So the sources of food is you get food from plants. Yes, you all know that we get food from plants, and that food is anything: vegetables, it can be fruits, it can be spices, and it can be anything. Whatever we get to eat from plants is known as we get food from plants. So and the next is we get food from animals also. Yes, we get food from animals also. So animals like all those who are non-vegetarian, they eat meat, they eat egg, they eat fish, they eat and we eat honey also. Yes, from where do we get that honey? Yes, we get that honey from bees. So all these meat and all we get from animals. Okay, so this is these are the two which we get food from. We get food from plants and we get food from animals. So next come your food habits. So there you in your if you are living in a joint family, so all the there is an age difference in all the people, and all are having a different food habits. Your grandparents, they should be given food of less oil and more nutrients, because they at that age they are becoming very so their body becomes very weak, so they need more nutrients. And your father, if and your uncle, and they are working, so they need green vegetables because they go for work, so they need more energy and they need to maintain their health. And you and your brother, or you and your sister, you are younger age, so we all belonging to younger age, we are mostly addicted to fast food. हम बाहर के खाने को ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं, ना कि मम्मा जो बनाती हैं वो हम उसे लेस पसंद करते हैं. सो वी शुड ईट बोथ ऑफ देम. We should eat various, sometimes we should eat fast food also, but not more of that. Okay, so next you should so there we have all the family members have different food habits. So the next come methods of cooking. In methods of cooking, you know that your mother boils something, your mother steams something, your mother fry, and we bake we bake the food and we roast the food. So these are the some 4 5 things which we use to which we use, the methods we use to prepare food. So first of all, we use boiling as a first method. So every when some food need to be boiled, but some don't need to be boiled, they are just fried and prepared. So like cabbage and these cauliflowers, they have some small insects in this, so we need to boil and all. And some vegetables are there, so we need to boil and then we need to fry it. Like frying, like samosas and all, we can't fry it. We have to fry it, but we can't boil it. So the deep whatever the frying items are there, like papas and all, they need frying. Okay, so the next come the baking, like cake and all we baked. And like, okay, then come the roasting. Roasting means like roasted chicken and all, so they are roasted on in open vessels, वो एक खुले हुए उसमें उसको roast करते हैं. Okay, so then the last is steaming. Yes, today generation is all the fun and only example of steaming which you remember, I can tell you the steam momos, because we all love momos. So steam momos, I can give you example of steaming. Yes, we steam that. We keep for example, we keep water in that some vessels, and we upside we keep some vessels that has holes on it. In that holes, when we steam, the vapors goes up and the food is steams. So the best example for steaming is fried momos. And the next comes the last topic of your today's chapter is vessels used for cooking. When you enter the kitchen, you see lots of vessels kept there. Okay, those vessels are used for cooking, like pressure cooker, like kadai, and your frying pan, and these all are the vessels for cooking. Earlier, our grandparents time or our parents time, they used to cook in, they don't have LPGs and all. What do you mean by LPG? LPG is a cylinder that you get in your house. It is liquid petroleum gas. The full form of LPG is liquid petroleum gas. So in that LPG, a gas in gas, that LPG is filled and we use that LPG to cook. Yes, this LPG is connected to our stove, and when we, as it is, we switch on and we give a fire, it's get burned. So these chulas, and you and the next video I've shared some vessels that are used for cooking. When you will go through that video, and it is important and it is compulsory to go through that video, otherwise you will not get what is taught in today's class. So this was just a general introduction. For knowing it, you have to watch that video. Children, please watch video carefully, and if you have while watching video, if you have some problem, just kindly contact me. Okay, so if you don't get anything regarding to that chapter, just kindly contact me. I will solve your problem. So this was the chapter of food we eat, and this in chapter we have covered how from where we get the food, and what are the nutrients we are getting from the food, and what are the methods of cooking, and what are the vessels that are used for cooking. So again, goodbye to you all, and please do your work on time and submit it on time. Okay, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.